a global challenge that we all are still learning and trying to understand its scope and how to deal with it. I think in Israel we have managed recently to lower dramatically the numbers and of the cases because we began a few months ago with a very bold campaign of giving vaccines to all the population. Practically 75% of the Israelis who are eligible in terms of their age to receive the vaccines received already the 2 shots, and we see an immediate impact in the way the daily life in Israel. We basically came back almost to normal. Of course, we all hope that the vaccine, we don't know how long it will last, and we don't know how often we need to refresh it. But at the moment, I think we are in a position where this pandemic in Israel is very much controlled, and we hope it will remain this way. Well, I think we had 3 aspects that assisted us to fight it in a successful manner. The first is that we have purchased the vaccines even before it was approved by the FDA. We took a calculated risk, and we shipped it, and of course we waited until the approval was given, but the minute the approval was given, we could have begun the process of giving the vaccines to the population. So acting early on purchasing the vaccine was one aspect of it. The second aspect is that Israel enjoys, even before its independence, a very strong public health operators system, a digitized system. All the information is digitized, so it's a very effective public health system that was able to act very effectively with the once the policy was being composed on how to try and fight this pandemic. And last but not least, Israel is a 9 million population country, so that means we're not that big, we're not that huge. It was manageable. So the combination of acting very quickly in order to purchase the vaccines, enjoying a very effective and a very efficient public health organizations, and being not such a big country, I think this assisted us at the moment to effectively deal with this issue. Of course, no one knows what's the future of it. We still are researching it. We're developing our own vaccines. We are consulting with many countries, with many governments. We, of course, would be very happy to have such a discussion also with authorities in Tanzania, because sharing information here and sharing strategies is crucial. So this would be a very important component for Israel to see how it will continue to deal with this pandemic. Well, unfortunately, we had more than 6,000 people who have died in Israel from this pandemic. But again, as I said, with God's help, we are at the moment at the position we have really are managing the pandemic. And practically, if you go back to Israel, you would see that life is almost as normal as it was before the pandemic.